Hey everyone, today we're going to do a mid-bottle review on this Whistle Pig Snout to Tail bourbon, aged 10 years, 88 proof. When I initially reviewed this, I wasn't overly thrilled that I happen to really like toasted bourbons. I've been liking them more and more. But compared to other toasted bourbons I've tasted and currently have on my shelf now, I did not think this was one of the better ones. However, I think it could be salvageable. The problem is there's a few things. I think the proof at 88 proof was a little bit low. Not that I mind the low proof pour, but I think I was getting a little bit of graininess with this. It didn't taste like it was 10 years aged. I think the proof is kind of adding to that. And also the price. I thought this was a little pricey. I think it was like in the 70s or something like that. For an 88 proof, I know this age there. I get the age of 10 years, and I get this a process here where they have initial aging of 10 years, and then they have this second barrel, which is actually, it's two toasted barrel heads. One is, the snout is a Vermont oak medium toast, then they flip it to 180 degrees, and then the other one is a Vermont oak smoked maple toast at the tail. That's the snout to tail, the 180 degree, so you get the influence of both ends of the barrel. A lot of stuff goes into it, so I get the price. There's a lot of things I understand. I just wasn't as thrilled with this as some others. But you know what? We do this a lot. We have a mid-bottle review. We're about midway done. I haven't just been sitting around a little bit. I haven't really tried it. So since then, we've tried a bunch of other ones, including the Jack Daniel's Heritage Barrel, which I really like. So let's go into this again and see if this is any better. Okay, well, the noses, getting some toast on the nose, a little bit of granular influence. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Kind of the same thing that I thought initially. I don't think this is bad. This isn't where, see, there's a lot of these. There's a lot of situations where some lower proof pours I'm fine with. And there's some lower proof pours where they have an older, a higher proof expression. I think it is just much better. I really do think that it tastes a little granular, or I'm getting just a little bit of that flavor, which normally would be from a younger bourbon. This is 10 years old. It's also aged I think it's aged in Vermont, so it's maybe aged in a cooler climate overall, so that 10 years maybe, compared to other parts of the country, it might take a little longer to age. But I do think that this would do better and taste better and just work better at a higher proof. It doesn't have to be 120, but at 88 proof, it's a little low. Not that I mind. Again, I don't mind a lower proof pour, but I think a little more proof in this would work. Even 100 proof would probably be a better improvement. And again, it's a little pricey. I get there's a lot that goes into it. So I really think that if this was a little bit of higher proof, I think it may work better. The thing is, it's just also that I've had a bunch of good ones. Even this, which is only 94 proof, the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, I recall comparing them, and I thought I liked that better. But I have some really good ones. Of course, this one recently, the Heritage Barrel, and that's 100 proof. And then, of course, this one, which actually even beat that out in a blind, just barely, the Toasted Peerless at like 108 proof. So there's a bunch of better ones here. But again, I don't think, would I rebuy this at this point? No, I don't think I would rebuy this again. But I think this is certainly something I'm going to finish. It's not terrible. It's just not as good as those. I just think that a mixture of a little bit higher proof, maybe a little bit lower priced, would certainly the higher proof I think would do this good. One more time. And it's a little thin on the palate. Yeah, it doesn't taste like your typical 10 year, but again, I think that goes to the proof. As is, not a rebuy. If this would be at a higher proof, I would, possibly explore. But I just love the toasted, bourbon category in general. To its credit, I will say this is a very, very original process. I like the originality and the two toasted barrel heads. I think there's a lot that goes into it. Nice looking bottle. So there's a lot of positives here. It's just, those are my issues to me, the proof and the price. Cheers.